Okay, today is all about the Premier League. So we're going to be working on, again with your maths, and look at your figures, and we're going to look at how the Premier League is recorded and how it works. So we're going to go through that, and then by the end of today's lesson we're going to work out whether West Brom, or you're going to work out whether West Brom are going to stay in the Premier League. Okay, hopefully they do. So let's look at the Premier League. At the top of the Premier League, as it stands today, is Manchester United. So let's call them Man U. And Man United have played 18 games. Okay? Below Manchester United is Man City after their win last night. Okay? And they've only played 17 games. Below them is Leicester City. And I think they've played 18 games. And then we've got Liverpool. Okay, and they've played 18 as well, I believe. Yep, 18. And we've got Tottenham Hotspurs. And they've also played 18. Okay, so how it works is you have a league, it looks like that, and also you have a mark there. It either says MP or just a P, which means matches played or just played. Okay, so we then have something called PTS here, and that is the most important part, is the points. Okay, and that determines where you are in the league. So Manchester United at the moment are top of the league with 37 points. So we're at the top. We've got Man City that are on 35. We've got Leicester City, which are on 35 also. Then we've got Liverpool on 34. And we've got Tottenham on 33. Okay, so that is the points at the moment of the team. As you can see, Leicester City and Man City are on the same points. So why should Man City be above them? Or why should Leicester City be above Man City when they've both got the same points? And what happens is it goes down to something called goal difference. Okay, and this is the bit where we're going to look at our maths, and we're going to look at the goals scored and the goals scored against that team. So this season, Manchester United have managed to score 34 goals and they've conceded 24 goals. So they've scored 34 goals, mostly penalties, and they've let in 24 goals. So the goal difference, which is really important, would be 10. Okay? And that's really important, the goal difference. Okay? You can score 100 goals and let in 99 goals. It still wouldn't be as good as Manchester United's 34 and 24. Okay? Because the most important bit is this here, the goal difference. So let's have a look at Man City. Man City have got 29 goals scored and 13 goals, which is a very good defence, they've let in. And Leicester City have scored more goals, brilliant, 33 goals. So they've scored more goals, but Leicester City have let more in as well. So that changes the goal difference. And that gives us a goal difference for Man City of 16, yeah. And it gives us Leicester City a goal difference of 12. Okay. So you don't normally see this goal difference. You usually see goals for, goals against, and then you obviously have to work out the goal difference. Okay. So this is really important. I would like to have a look at a league table. Okay, so go have a look at the league table now. You can pause the screen now. Good. Some of you might have seen the league table with already the goal difference in. But if you haven't seen it, can you try and work that out? Try and work out the goal difference. Work out why there might be other teams that are on the same points, but one's above the other. Okay? So that's why we have goal difference. Okay? So that's really, really important. And a famous manager, Alex Ferguson, who used to be manager of Manchester United, used to always be really, really strict in teams, making sure if we can beat them by 1, 2, 3, 4 goals, let's try and score more, try and score more, try and score more. It's really, really, really strict, because the worst thing for him would be to lose the title or lose the a place in the league on goal difference, okay, because you've got the points. So look at the top part of the table. It's going to be really, really close. So goal difference in that calculation and working out that goal difference is really, really, really important. It's going to be important for those vital places at the top. Okay, so that is our Premier League, and that is how it's recorded. So what do we want you to do now for your maths? Okay, we want you to be the score predictor and work out if West Brom are going to stay in the Premier League. Okay, so what I need you to do now is go and do what I've done here and go and get all of the fixtures for West Brom to the end of the season. So West Brom's next fixture is against West Ham, then they've got an easy fixture against Man City, and then they're going to play against Fulham. That's 3 more games left in January. And then I've got to find out all the games in February, all the games in March, and all the games in April, and then finally come to the last game, which is against Leeds United in May. Okay, so can you try and get a list of all of West Brom's fixtures? In total, okay, in total, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 games. Okay, 20 games. So if West Brom won every single game, okay, 20 games left, they could get a maximum of 60 points, okay, which would be amazing. But if they could win, if there's 20 games left, we're going to look at what scores they can get. Okay, so have a little break, go and get those fixtures for me, and I need you to come back with a nice big list of all your fixtures. So pause it now and then go and get those fixtures for me. Hello and welcome back. Hopefully you've got all those fixtures together now, and we should have 20 fixtures starting with West Ham, and then it goes to Fulham, and then the last game of the season I think is against Leeds. Okay, so you should have 20 fixtures all in one bin on the list. And what we want you to do now is we're going to find out whether West Brom are going to stay in the Premier League. Okay, so first of all, to stay in the Premier League, there's a milestone that's quite famous now that everyone says, and the managers say, that we need to get to a certain level of points before we can then start thinking about anything else. So there's a certain level that we say, a number we can get to, and then we can feel that we're safe. Does anyone know what that number is? Anyone, how many points that might be? 40 is the answer. Okay, so if you said 40 or anywhere near there, brilliant. That's what we're aiming for at West Brom as well. So as you can see now, I've put the West Brom position and the points and scores at the moment in the Premier League. So that's my prediction. So at the moment, West Brom are on 18, so played 18 games. They've only scored 14 goals. They've let in 41 goals. Okay, we were talking about goal difference earlier. Okay, so this would be minus, obviously. And then they've only got 11 points. 11 points. So, can we get to 40 points? So what I would like you to do now is write down, or use your list, and can we start putting the scores, predicting the scores for the rest of the season? So, I'm going to go first with West Ham. Okay, West Ham v West Brom. West Ham did well the weekend. West Brom did really well, so confidence is really high. And I'm going to go for a prediction on this one. I'm going to go West Brom are going to score, so West Ham are going to score, so it'll be 1. And I think West Brom are also going to score, so it'll be 1-1. Okay? So I think 1-1 will be the result for that game. So the next game is West Brom at home. And they're playing against Fulham, I believe. So I'll put in there. I think this is one where we should really be expecting West Brom to get some more points on the board here. So I'm going to go for 2 goals, and I'm going to go for Fulham to score, so make it 1. So it'll be 2-1 to West Brom. Okay. At the end here, at the side of the fixtures, I want you to put how many goals in total scored. So there's 2 goals scored in here. In here there was 3 goals scored, and then at the side, I'm going to put PTS because it stands for points. I want you to put down that West Brom got no point. So 1 point. So West Brom's points. Sorry, we put West Brom's points there. We got 1 point there on this game because we won. Remember, all games you win, you get 3 points. You lose, you get there's no points. You draw, you get 1 point. Okay, so we got 1 point there, and we got 3 points for the win there. Okay, I will do that now for all 20 fixtures, and we're going to work out how many points West Brom are going to get to the end of the season. Okay, we just need to get to 40. So I will do all the fixtures at the end. I'll work out all the goals at the end. So here I would total them all up. So there could be 84 goals maybe. And then here we could go, let's say we get 39 points. Okay, so we get 39 points plus the 11 gives us a total of 50 points. Lovely points. Guarantees West Brom Premier League status. Okay, we are then going to do, okay, so you don't need to do anything else other than fill out the fixture list, put down the points, add the points up. Okay, you don't need to hand your homework in this time. Okay, you don't need to take a photo and send it to the WhatsApp number. You don't need to do that. You just, as soon as you've done, you need to go to your parents and say West Brom are staying in the league or West Brom are relegated. Okay, and then your parents will go onto Twitter and we'll have a poll. You either click Premier League or you click Championship. Okay, so work out all the points. If you want to send your photos in, that's absolutely fine. You can do to the WhatsApp number here below. Okay, but if you also make sure you fill all those scores in, work out the points, and just work out whether we're in the league, in the Premier League or not. Okay, it's been a great week this week for West Brom. Hopefully your scores reflect that as well. Okay, good luck, enjoy it, and hopefully next week we're going to do a live masterclass, so you can start asking questions and we can do some interactions. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Don't forget to leave us a review.